we
What
doing?
did YK Osiris do? Because I keep seeing something like people saying he a terrible person.
He verbally sexually assaulted Sukihana.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, these little niggas is dumb.
Yeah, they are.
What's wrong with y'all little niggas? For real. Like,
They think that just because she presents herself sexually that they're supposed to sexually harass her and it's okay and she should be cool with it. But
They don't
I don't care
realize.
how you present. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, they don't realize it's a persona that she does for the music. It's not necessarily who she is. And even if
and
she
she
was,
say that all the time. Like she say that there's two people, there's Sukihana and there's Destiny, and people be rejecting Destiny all the time. I be seeing it in
yeah,
her comments. It be her fans. Like she'll come on there and she'll be being who she is, and they be like, I don't like this. I want Suki. I want you to be drunk and twerking and all type of stuff. It's like, do y'all think somebody be walking around doing that all day? Y'all know how tiring it is to twerk, shake your butt all day.
yeah,
That's why they
that
got
is.
classes for that shit. That shit's a workout for
That's why
real.
y'all don't do it. I
Mhm.
refuse. If I do music, I refuse. I'm not twerk that, bro. That's a lot of work.
That is a lot of energy.
Yeah.
They be doing too much though. Like I hope he get in trouble for it. He gonna
They dragging him for it. They told Candy, because I think he was on Candy Cody Night and they requested for him to be fired. Um, she said she decided to forgive him, so she would like to move on with her
I agree
life.
that she should be able to move on, but
Yeah, she should.
he gotta suffer the consequences. People gotta be swift with stuff like that though. Look, we don't accept that. You gotta leave.
Right.
You're not
I'm,
welcome here at all.
I'm pretty sure they handle it. I'm pretty sure they handle it behind the scenes afterwards. But you know how some footage will just pop up online again, or it'll just come back up, and they just rehash it because it's now in the public eye. But I think she said they handled it afterwards.
Okay. So it just came out later.
I think so. Not to ask podcasters, for podcasters to answer. Y'all so annoying.
I promise you though, I could hear any
Oh,
news about
okay. What
any
the
star,
heck?
and I would believe it now. Like I'm not the type of person I
I
was
but
before. Like I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say I can't believe it, but like I'm gonna believe it.
I'm gonna be like another
I'm gonna
one.
believe it, but I'm not gonna condemn them for it before I know what really happened. I'll be like, yeah, they probably did that jump.
They probably did this too.
No, that's
Like
like me, the whole Bill Cosby thing, man. Like when that first came out, I'm like, bullshit. Y'all waited 30
Yeah,
years.
everybody reacted that way.
Y'all waited 30 years to report this man. Why y'all ain't do that shit when he did it?
I'm pretty sure they did.
the hardest part for me was most of the women were white and he was black, but I forgot how much money and influence make people
Mhm.
scared. And it's just like he was that man around then. He was that
Yeah.
dude. So
What you mean
you
the
gonna believe?
hardest part for you was that they were white and he was black?
Like at first, I doubted at first, and I was just like, "Wait, Bill Cosby?" And I'm like, "He's still a nigga." So like, if you white person versus nigga, like white person win all the time. Why didn't they tell? And then
Not
I thought
women.
about it. And I'm just like, yeah, he had money, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
also women have a disadvantage most of the time. No matter what your race is, you got a disadvantage is that you're a woman. So we always liars.
I wasn't even looking at it along the lines. I was looking at it like the time frame. is how I was looking at it. Like they waited so long, and it
To
was
they in our eyes,
like so
they
many,
waited long.
right? And then it was the rapidness of it, like how much was coming out in like a few days. Like all of a sudden, it was like back to back. People were
Because
saying this
because when one person has the courage to come out, and then other people who have been victimized see it, they're like, okay, it's not just
It's so
me. So
it's
now
okay
I
to
can
come out
say it.
now.
That's why it happens like that. Because
That news that
it's scary when you've been through something like that. It's scary. Like we think about every single thing that has happened, that could happen, everything you're gonna have to deal with, every single thing, and then you try to make the decision for whether you are in a position to believe it or not. Like, I mean, not believe it, to like, am I capable of going through with this? Because I got to deal with this, that, and that.
Mhm.
If I say something, then this person can lose this, that, and that. You think of all that stuff.
Yeah,
Women,
one of the
people
one
who
of the hardest things
immediately
is
just do it. A lot of the times, if a lot of times when it's immediate, like I had contact with this person, he assaulted me. A lot of the times, those people be lying.
yeah, and that's my first initial thought that they were just trying to say like you did this like to get a certain thing out of it, like money maybe, because the nigga's a billionaire. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like a big chance to get like a large, you know, settlement from him doing these things to them. And then I also looked at it like sometimes my logic with rich people is most of them they're rich. So you have the capabilities of getting whatever woman you want. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that ain't always true. You know what I'm saying? Like just because he had money don't mean you sleep with him. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not always true.
Literally nobody in the world can get anybody they want. Nobody.
yeah,
Because I think that logic comes from the thought that all women are the same. Like when you think that a person, just because they got money, they can get any woman they want, the thought is that thinking all women are the same. Some of us do not care about money or fame or none of that.
mm-hmm.
Some do, but not everybody. So it ain't gonna make me want you.
And then on
I,
top of that, it wasn't none of it was mutual. Like he was drugging them. So it's like it's that kind of thing too. Like they would come to his parties or whatever and slip shit in their drink,
them
and then
Quaaludes.
yeah. So once all of that came out, it's like, damn, I gotta believe it now. Like I can't stand beside him and be like, he didn't do it. It's just like,
People still screaming that junk.
I feel bad for those women that come out because of the backlash that they get for
right.
telling their truth. Because they
Mhm.
are made to feel so bad. There's campaigns against them. Like I remember the woman that came out against the guy running for that was getting nominated for Supreme Court. That
Mhm.
Oh
was
yeah,
literal.
the
They were tearing
Cavanaugh,
her dead.
Cavanaugh
Yeah, the
dude.
Kavanaugh hearings. I'm just like, y'all are like all of y'all are terrible.
That's why
Why you just
you know how much people be like, there be so many that come out. You know how many that don't because of
exactly?
that,
That's
because they
why.
know that we know this is gonna happen. Well,
Mhm.
you see how people protect predators. Then
Yeah.
this is across any race. You see how they protect them. So why would I even? I'm gonna just take this loss and keep it moving.
There's
Mhm.
no justice for them a lot of the time. No justice, nothing happens.
No, nothing
And it's just like
happens.
so. You just a lot of time they keep it to themselves, and I fully understand that now. It's a scary thing to come out and tell because you hope that people will believe you, but
Yeah.
that's not
And
the truth.
that's the thing too.
Mhm.
Like you think that you could be sometimes at a level where you think that people gonna believe you, and then you do say something, and then they start, and that's a hard pill to swallow.
Mhm.
I can't imagine being in that position. Like somebody hurt me, I gotta tell somebody, and they all look at me like I'm the bad person. Like
And you got to keep
that's
talking
great,
about it.
right? Over and
Yeah.
over, and then not only that, like our justice system is set up to where the cross examination point of it, where somebody else comes in and has to really make you feel horrible. so did this really happen? So why did you, and they're picking at you, and you got to sit there and stay calm, because if you start, you mother,
Yeah.
see, she not believable. See,
Why? Cause she mad.
Like R. Kelly did when he got interviewed by Gayle King. He started flipping out. Like, nigga, you did it. Why you flipping out?
That was hilarious. This killing me, man.
You're like, nigga,
It
you
should, nigga. It
right.
should. Because if I was interviewing him, I'd be like, it should kill
Yeah.
you.
The most funny part of that interview to me, when he was like, they was like accusing you of tying up people. That she went down a list of things that he did. The only thing he picked out was, you really think I know how to hog? I don't know how to hog tie people. I don't know how to hog. Like, sir, what about the other 10 allegations I just said?
Right. So you ain't do that, but you did all the other shit.
He did the other shit.
That's how you know they be guilty when they focus on that one thing.
I don't know how to hog tie people.
Like when he asked the interviewer one time to define underage or some shit like that. He said,
yeah.
like, nigga, you know what underage means. She wasn't of age for you to be dealing with her like that. That's what it means.
Define young.
Right, there you go.
I like all women.
And most of these girls were 16 years old when
them not women, bro. Those are kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a preference, bro. I hate when people be like preference. They want to holler preference for everything. That's not a preference, bro. That's an illness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because how could you be attracted to that? How could you be attracted to a child? I don't get it. I'll never understand it.
That junk is an illness. He ain't saw nothing wrong with it though, and I don't think R. Kelly still don't see nothing wrong with it.
He don't. That's why he need to stay in prison, because if he get out, he gonna do that shit again.
He don't see nothing wrong with it. He don't see the problem. Like, why y'all? It was more like, why y'all mad at me than I'm sorry. Like, y'all blaming me for this or whatever. I did it, but I'm trying to get out of it. It was more so like he was offended that people was like believing it, or like people was mad at him for it. Not necessarily believing it, but y'all mad at me. Why y'all mad at me? Type of thing.
Like, did y'all start like listening to his music and like dissecting it? Because I did.
I didn't.
I started like.
I ain't listened to R. Kelly since I was young. That's why when people was acting like I'm not stopping listening to his music, bro. I ain't hear nobody, and I live in the South where all people do is have party. I ain't hear none of y'all listening to that man music until they start having his court case.
Mm-hmm.
I start dissecting it though. I wouldn't start going through after that. I not really like listening to it again, but stuff started making me think about it, like and then the stuff he was writing for other people, like the Lloyd song, the Hey Young Girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, okay, so perfect example, like his verse in the Make It Rain remix. He started
Make It Rain.
Yeah. He starts
the Fat Joe song?
Yes, he starts the verse off by saying, I be drilling these chicks like Major Pain. When I make it rain, they be like, Hells, do it again. And then towards the end, he said, I drag a chick to my room like caveman. Like, what? That's you knocked her out and you dragged her to the room. That opened my mind up a little bit. Like, hold on. I wasn't thinking about it.
Really, if you dissect all of these niggas songs, a lot of it would be problematic, bro.
You gotta start calling out people for their lyrics. Like
a lot of it would
Rick
be.
Ross with his thing. I stuck the Molly in her drink. She didn't even know it. Like, wait, what?
Because when Absol said it, he said she knew. Right. She was down with it.
Right. Y'all need to start rapping about consensual sex.
Very careful about. Yeah, she was with it.
Yeah, baby.
And that when I tagged you in the LL Cool J one, and then what's his name? MC Ren talk about, I don't care if she 14, she can still a little bit like what?
He really said that?
Yeah, I posted it on my thing. He said, pastor's daughter. I knew she was a little young. 14-year-old bitch could still give some head. I'm just like, Why?
Them niggas is weird, bro.